Fort was published in 2020 by Leader Games. It was designed by Grant Rodiak and illustrated by Kyle Farron. 2 to 4 players race to make the best fort in the neighborhood. You start with 2 best friends and 8 random ones. On your turn, you follow a specific flow. On future turns, the first thing you'll do is clean up to move friends from your yard to your discard pile. Cards represent neighborhood kids that you might play with, each belonging to one of 6 suits or wild. Each round, some will be added to your deck and some may be taken. Your best friends are marked with a yellow star and will never voluntarily leave you. Whether played or not, best friends go to your discard pile during the round's 4th step. Other unplayed friends go to your yard, and may be drafted by other players during their recruit phase. When recruiting, you may take 1 card from another yard, or you could take one of the 3 face-up friends from the park, or a face-down card from on top of the deck. Going back, why would you play certain cards? Well, first, a card has a public action at the top and a private action below that. Some friends, like Ghosts, don't have a public action. When playing a card, other players may follow the leader by discarding a card of a matching suit and also performing the public action. The suits are shown in the top left corner. If you played a wild card, decide which suit it is. The other players must follow the matching suit or wild of their own. Actions allow you to gain pizza and or toys for your stuff, move resources from your stuff to your pack, trash cards, score points, add kids to your lookout, or upgrade your fort. Kids in your lookout act as a combo modifier for played cards on future turns. You are limited to 2 items in your pack and lookout depending on your fort level. Increasing your fort increases your limit, but that's not all. You also score endgame points and gain access to special cards. The first time you upgrade your fort, draw a made-up rule. This is a special rule that gives you an endgame scoring goal to work toward. Perks are a powerful ability that modifies when the game's rules. The Macaroni Sculpture is a reward for being the first to complete your fort. Once someone reaches 25 points, their fort hits level 5, or the kid deck runs out, the endgame triggers. Finish the round. The player with the most points at the end wins. To break it down, play with kids to get resources and actions, recruit the best kids in the neighborhood, and level up your fort. That's Fort. Our games of Fort, including Sediment Takedown, have averaged 65 minutes. I'd stick to dining tables for 3 or 4 players. Player areas are about the size of placemats, and then you have the central area decks. I enjoyed the 3-player game quite a bit, but I think it's better with 4. Cards cycle quicker, and you get an extra chance to follow. An experienced 8-year-old gamer might be able to play if you leave out the perks and made-up rules. Add one's comfortable. The hand management at short, mid, and long-term planning means this is probably best for experienced 9-year-olds and older. In our 3rd game of Fort, I went for the big resource bringers to upgrade my fort quickly in order to grab the XXL backpack perk and start filling my lookout spaces. These led to bigger combos and more resources to keep working quickly. Unfortunately, Dad went for a similar strategy, although with fewer lookouts and more pack copiers. I had a huge turn planned, but Mom triggered the end, and because of turn order, she had the final turn. Dad won. Fort's graphic design and art are fantastic. The cards have a great flow, the art is incredible as always, and the player board layouts walk you through nicely. They're double layered too. The icon reference is very good and honestly necessary for your first few games. I do wish the rulebook was clear about how lookouts enhance the follow action. Thanks to the follow action, you're always engaged on everyone's turns, which are generally quite quick. There's almost no downtime. The theme here is perfect for the mechanisms. Kids want to have fun. If they aren't being played with, they're not going to wait around until you decide to play with them. Resources make sense too. Kids want to give you reasons to play with them and let them into your cool fort. The game is very tactical. You may have a plan, but following another's public action can be so tempting that you change your mind multiple times. For example, a clever player might add a lookout on their turn, then combo off another player or 2 using regular friends, allowing them to upgrade their fort when their turn comes again, while only having best friends in hand. Since they can't be recruited by opponents, you benefited from others and minimize how they benefit from you. Recruiting is more strategic. You need to balance bringing in kids to help on future turns while considering your ever-changing deck. If you specialize in a few suits, you may make it easier to boost actions but lose flexibility, especially when following others. Luck always plays a role in deck builders, but you have to control over a decent amount of the drafting and deck thinning aspects. One tense part of the game is waiting to see if anyone takes your unplayed kids. On that note, some people may not like that rule because it directly affects other players. You can play without it, but the game loses a lot of its hand management and cleverness. I really like the perks and made-up rules. Kids are going to try and change how the game is played in a way to benefit themselves. These, plus the card suits a number of kids, meaning replayability is high. With that said, I wouldn't mind seeing a few more of these special cards. There is a modular expansion, but I haven't played it. While it adds cats and dogs, I don't know much more past that. Fort is a deck and engine building card game that stands out because of its charming theme and the constantly changing deck. So many deck builders are planning for the long term, but this engages you throughout, including on other players' turns. It's not often that a family game is this approachable, engages players from start to finish, even on weeknights, and is this engaging and fun. If you love clever card play with manageable chaos, this could be for you. If you need strict control and over to plan over your turns exactly, you might find Fort a bit too random to handle.